Sensation is back. That's right. It's gonna be a Tuesday night video, but it's gonna be a computer you've seen if you've been watching my channel for a while. And it's sitting up here because it broke on me. Sometimes they just break, right? It just started doing weird crap. I mean, sometimes you could get it to post, sometimes you couldn't. And if it posted, sometimes it would go into Windows and not work right, and it would just do weird crap. It was crashing, it was doing weird stuff, right? And then finally it just wouldn't post. The more I worked on it, the worse it got. So I got frustrated and I took the motherboard out of it, and I was depressed. There went one of my beloved 1366s. Call the damn tech police, get them out here, see what happened to the thing. Nope, motherboard's bad. I mess with it. Some of the memory channels, they quit working on it, and it was an uphill battle, basically. It was an uphill battle with it. And I took it out of the case, tested it on the bench, tried to get it working, got it working, loaded Windows on it, and then it crashed again. So you just got to cut your losses, right? So I'm looking at right here, but you can't see it until we get you zoomed around here. That's my Alienware Aurora R1, and I need the tech police out here. I'm telling you guys, look at this. Someone stole our motherboard. Where did it go? It's gone. They stole it. Nope. I took it out and threw it in the garbage. It's in the scrap pile with the rest of the junk motherboard. So that's the inside of an Alienware Aurora R1. And if you're not familiar with the Aurora R1, they take the socket LGA 1366s, or aka X58, which is my favorite. So what do you do when your beloved Alienware Aurora R1 has a meltdown and you just don't want to throw any micro ATX board into this huge massive case here? Well, you do what any smart person would do. Let me show you. You get on your phone or a working PC and you jump on eBay and you find you a motherboard that they say works, right? And that's what we did, and this is just how it looked coming out of the box. We got a few SATA cables plugged into here, right? But we don't need them because they're already in our case. This has basically got the power supply and everything still in it. I took the hard drive out. I obviously took the motherboard, the memory, and the CPU. I moved the CPU. We need to brush some dust off this, but I moved the CPU to another one of my X58 systems, right? And you might have seen it in a couple short videos. So we don't have that CPU to put back in it because we got it in another X58, and I'm not taking it back out of there. So I moved the CPU and memory out of this to that one. So we're going to put 6 2-gig sticks in it today. I'm just getting some of the dust out of it. We're going to put the 6 2-gig sticks in it, and we are going to put this thing back to, we're going to put this board from eBay in there, and we're going to get this thing back together and working, maybe. We're going to attempt to get this thing back together and working. I'm going to do a little dusting on it because there's dust in memory slots, and I'll tell you what, guys, she is a little bit dusty for sure. But the 1366 uses a rather large CPU. And you're going to see that when we take this out of here. So it's definitely bigger than your normal CPU, and you can see that. So if you have one laying around, you'll know it because the size. But we got our CPU swapped out. So the other thing I'm going to do while I got you on live, not live, but while we're doing it live, we're doing it live. Now the other thing I'm going to do is put the memory in it, because I got 6 slots of Samsung, or 6 sticks of Samsung 2-gig memory, and that's what I'm going to use in here. I probably got some 4-gig sticks laying around, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use all matching Samsung memory. I know this works because I had it in another one. And that'll give us 2 times 6 is 12, so that'll give us 12 gigs of RAM in it. I'm going to fast forward you guys though, because this is going to get a little repetitive. I put the wrong CPU in it. I took a 920 out and put a 920 back in. Alright, don't feel like any pins were bent, so that's good. I can't believe I did that. Yes, I can. I didn't pay attention. I didn't realize I had another 920 sitting up there. And that's what'll do it. You gotta think about it. We are about ready to get the CPU cooler out, and this bad boy has a factory liquid cooler, and I have it sitting around here, and I am gonna have to find the fan stuff for it. And don't worry about that. I may have manipulated it at one time or two. One time 10 or 2 of another. So let's get this to sit the right way here. I can't remember if the fan went back there or if the radiator. It definitely went like this, because the alien head looks right if you do that. I don't want to set that down there because I get thermal paste on it. I want to run this around here, because it is actually going to plug in on our fan headers. On this guy we got fan headers on the top, and one of them will say CPU pump, or I believe. I can't remember. There's one cable that plugs in down here that powers the header up here, is what I do know. And I don't know what's pump or what's not. But I need 4 fan screws for it. And I would have taken the screws out of it, and I don't know why I didn't stick them back in there. So, because this might have weird fan screws. Maybe, possibly. We're gonna find out real quick, because I have the fan sitting here, and I am gonna attempt to put a screw in it. I think those are it. If I can only find 4 of them now, that would be great. Grand, perfect. That one appears to be quite a bit shorter than the other one. Oh, mercy. Wonder if it'd take regular fan screws. Alright, I know this PC, but I don't know this motherboard, and since we just replaced it, when I turn it on for the first time, I'm going to let you look at that in case it goes poof, bang, pow. Because sometimes they do. Something happened. And then it shut off. Then it turned back on. Oh, there goes our fans. But are we gonna post? Oh, that don't look right, does it? There we go. Alright, so check CMOS checksum bad. CMOS date time not set, F2 to run setup, F1 to load defaults. So we got our i7-960 showing up, F12 to enter boot menu. The MCH is operating with DDR3 1333, initializing USB controllers. 12 gigs of memory found, 1 keyboard, 1 mouse, 2 hubs, auto detecting AHCI port 3 SATA. So you guys can see all that. It did post. The fans are going to be loud until you load in the Windows on it. But we're going to want to run the setup here, and I'm going to show you why. This isn't going to have any overclocks or anything on it yet. We may do that later, but right now I just want to get into the system. I can't get it to post with the 2080 in it for some reason. It's not doing anything. It won't light up, post, or nothing. I don't need this one to start doing weird shit. We've seen it post, so we know that the board works, right? It showed up our memory, our CPU, everything showed up. But it did that with our 5700 XT, and when I put our 2080 Super in it, it did nothing. I tried resetting the CMOS on it and still nothing. I'm going to do the right thing here. When I take this out, I'm going to find the CMOS battery and replace it, because that might be bad, right? If we got a checksum error, then we know that we likely got a bad CMOS battery. I'm going to turn this a little where you can see it so I can get to that better. And we'll get that out of there. I would reach for my 570, but the problem with it, oh, I got the perfect card for it. Back it up to that time period anyway, close to it. I got 2 of them actually. I only need 1 to test. R9 290X. Perfect card to put in here for testing purposes. And if the board's good, I know it'll open up and read it. Alright, let's go for another post on it. Come on, baby, work. Come on, baby, work. It should work. Here we go, look at that. We still got some weird stuff going on this thing. Alright, so let it load into the setup. I'm not sure why that's weird looking down there. Okay, that's good. F2. Alright, so we're in there now. We can start making some changes. It's going to be a little bit loud, so let's look at system information. You can see the date and time is way wrong right here. Okay, so how do you change it? Standard CMOS. There we go, right there. System time. We're at 4:28 p.m. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's tab over. And the date today is Saturday, May 16th. So we need 5. Oh, we just went right past it, didn't we? Tab over. 16. 2026. So I think we detected maybe a hard disk here. PNY 500 gigs, so that is select, that is, and we're gonna go halt on no errors, guys. We are gonna change that. Halt on no errors. So advanced BIOS, boot lock, boot configuration. Let's change this to our PNY 500 gig so it boots from it first. CPU configuration, X-bit capability enabled, okay. Integrated devices. Everything's looking good and it's definitely working right. Let's go to frequency and voltage control real quick. QPI, auto, CPU core ratio 24, it's running at 3.2 gigahertz. Overclock. That's how you adjust if you wanted to overclock. We're not going to do any of that yet because honestly we want to see if it's going to work. So to do that we're going to save those changes, reboot it, and we're going to see if we can load into Windows. And we'll see once we get loaded in Windows if our CPU fan slows down or if I might have plugged those into the wrong place, because I have done that before. But I was right. We put a CMOS battery in it. Well, we'll see if I was right. Oh, look at that. She's calming down now. And look at that. We have a screen. I don't know why that boot screen looks like that. It shouldn't look like that. I think there's something going on with my display cable, maybe. I don't know what's causing it, but it shouldn't look like that. Let's see if it's going to post from the hard drive or not. We may have to reload it because it might... Oh, you know what? It ain't going to post from this, guys. That hard drive has... what's it have on there? There's probably UEFI. I probably don't have a legacy. I probably ain't got a legacy bootloader on it. Posted. We posted. Take a look at it right there. Just checking my phone. Making some noise. There's Windows 10 coming up. Let's see if our USB 3.0 hub picks up too. Oh, we got to get internet back. I got an Ethernet cable I have to run behind my back for that. So we're not on the Wi-Fi. Alright, that should get us online. Yep, we are online. So the Ethernet port does work on that. Let's go to Device Manager. Let's go to, we got serial ATA. I haven't put all the drivers in it yet. So what do I want? Like Universal Serial Bus? USB 3.0 right there. So let me grab my hard drive, my passport, because that's how we run our Snappy driver installer. And let's plug it in down here and see if it works. I heard it. Is it going to pull it up? Because it's going to be a lot faster to run our Snappy off of this. It pulled it up, guys. Look at that. So this hub is going to work, which means it will also be able to put our MetaQuest on it. SDI Rust. That is Snappy driver installer right there. We want 64-bit. Yes. Close that. We're going to allow it. What I do here is I hit select all, and then I go down through here and only get what I want, like the Razer Naga Chroma. I'm not going to get it. AMD High Definition, Realtek R9 series, absolutely. Cypress Hub USB manufacturing driver, we may as well do that one too. That's that hub we just put in. Alright, we have Nova Bench installed on this thing, and I've showed you guys a new Nova Bench. I really like it. Again, we're going to go over the specs. It's an Alienware Aurora R1. It's got a i7-960 X58 system running 3.33 gigahertz. GPU, we got the R9 290, 4 gig in it. 12 gigs of system memory, 500 gigs SATA hard drive. So we're going to run the hardware test on this thing like normal, and I'm going to fast forward you guys and gals through it. Finally. We went 592 on our Intel Core i7-960, as you can see there. That's in the higher range, it looks like. And our R9 290 went a 241, our memory went a 212, and our storage went a 55 for a total score of 1100. And that's not too bad for this old girl, right? So we went 1100. That's better than the 359 we did an hour ago when it didn't score our CPU right. I did put chipset drivers in it, but those drivers were older than the drivers that were already in it, and I ran into a problem with it blue screening. So I had to go into BIOS and change some things, and then delete some stuff, and then run some updates, and it finally fixed itself. Yes, I said fixed itself because that's what it did. I certainly didn't fix it. We're going to check for updates again. I'm going to move this over to the iRacing test rig, and we are going to do some 1080 gaming, but that's after we do all these driver updates right here. So we got Net Framework 3.548 8.1 updates, cumulative update for Windows 10 version 21H2. We got Defender. We got the preview for Net Framework 3.5 we got Windows Defender antivirus, anti-malware platform. So all that's got to happen right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And the next thing you're going to see, though, is me turning some laps on iRacing. Of our CPU and 8.1 gigs of 12 gigs of RAM that I got in it. So we still have 4 gigs of RAM available. We're not maxed out completely. We are in the mini stock at Langley Speedway. So it's a short track. And then we're in a little car, the mini stock here. And we're going to run 35 laps around Langley. And I'm starting back here towards the back. I thought I had a pretty good qualifying lap, but apparently I was wrong. So we'll pace a full lap before we go green. We're running about 61 FPS right now. 62, 64, 66. So it keeps jumping. It's staying in the 60s. That's really good. This is an R9 290X graphics card. So a 4 gig graphics card here. And I'll tell you, for 1080 gaming on iRacing, everything's looking really good on this old LGA 1366. It's a green flag racing, so I'm going to shut up and get her done. Oh, they finally threw a caution. You see that? They couldn't throw a caution when I got wrecked there, or I wrecked me. I don't know what happened. Here. All right. Thankfully, I got the Alienware Aurora R1 fixed. That was stressing me out. When it broke, and I had coverage of it when it broke because I worked on it and I recorded it, and unfortunately it was in the content that was lost. But this is all recent because I literally had gotten a motherboard. It was supposed to be here tomorrow, but it got here yesterday. So it's supposed to be here on Monday, which would have been pushing it really close for me to get a video done for you guys for Tuesday. But the good Lord above was looking out because that motherboard came in yesterday. We were able to get it installed in the Alienware Aurora R1 in this video, and it absolutely works perfectly. I wasn't able to put a 2070, 2080, or a 5700 XT in it, and I feel like that's because of the CPU. I think the i7 960 just doesn't play nice with it. I have had 2070s and 2080s and working in this one in the past, but we had a 5690 in it. So we're going to have to get another Xeon for that because I took the 5690 out of it after it broke and I put it in one of our other PCs. Actually the one that had the i7 960 in it. So that's why the 960 was sitting over there, because when this one broke, I give my other 1366 an upgrade. But why do I need 3 x58 setups, right? But this is my Alienware Aurora R1. The original RGB computer. We can't leave it broken. Not when you can still source motherboards on eBay. The next thing we're going to source for it is a processor so we can put a better graphics card in it. And I need to find more DDR3 memory for it. Other than that, it stays in my possession. That is my Alienware Aurora R1 X58 system, and you got to see me rebuild it right here on the SimStation channel. I'm happy about it. What do you think of the 1080 gaming though from a unit that old? It does have an R9 290X in it, 4 gig card, as you could see. On the testing, I thought it did very well on iRacing, you know, and 1080 gaming on a single monitor over there. I thought it did really good. I used my Moza rig with this, so my Moza R5 racing wheel, direct drive, and the Moza pedals. The monitor is a 28-inch Samsung curved monitor. So some of you guys have seen this. I got this on a trade deal that I did. And the little Dell desktop I got on that trade deal with that monitor, I sold it. So I have 3 computers for sale, and the little Dell desktop is the only one I've sold in the last month. So the PC sales have dropped off a little bit, but don't worry, it happens. It'll pick back up again. I'm not worried about it. A lot of people want to trade. Nobody's really got the money, but it'll come around and we'll sell them. I got one for $350, one for $400. So once those are gone, I did sell some stuff. So I mean, I can do more marketplace finds if I could just find the deals on it and the time to get the deals. But I have enough content sitting around here to keep the channel going for a little while, so I'm not worried about it. That's going to do it for this video. What a fun one to do. I love getting the old hardware like this X58 Alienware Aurora R1 out and putting it through the paces, guys. That's what this is all about, guys and gals. You put these things through the paces, right? And that's what having gaming computers is about, and it's what's building, you know, what makes it fun to build them. So this old hardware has a place in somebody's house. And LGA 1366 X58 platforms always have a place, not only in my heart but in my home. And that's why I have 3 of these systems. One of them sitting here, the Alienware sitting there, and I got another one hiding back over in a corner somewhere. But I really like those. This one has a 3060 Ti in it, the one next to me, and the other one has a 3070 Ti. That's why I know that the newer graphics cards will work on the LGA 1366 platform. That i7 960 just don't like them. That's all it is. But we'll get that upgraded and figured out. That's going to do it, though, for the video. This was a fun one to do. I'm super happy. You can probably see it on my face and hear it my voice. I'm super happy to have my Alienware Aurora R1 up and running again, just like factory, right? That's what it's about right there. We got it up and running. That's going to do it for the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more great videos like this in the future. And I'll catch you on the very next Sensation video.